Hello everyone. This lesson is going to be on a couple of triangle theorems. Specifically, it's going to be about the Triangle Angle Sum Theorem, and then the second one is the Exterior Angle Theorem. So we'll start off with the Triangle Angle Sum Theorem. Triangle Angle Sum Theorem. If you look at the name of this one, it kind of tells you what it means. Angle sum. Well, sum means plus, so we're adding angles together. So what the triangle angle sum theorem tells us is that for all triangles, the sum of the three interior angles is 180 degrees. And that's true no matter what size, shape the triangle is. All right. So then we can use that theorem to solve particular problems. So let's put a triangle up here and kind of show you what a problem involving this is going to look like. So we have this triangle. We'll call this triangle ABC. And let's give some measurements here. So triangle A, we'll say triangle A that looks like it's about 30 degrees. Triangle B is 110 degrees. So we want to try to solve for angle C, which is X degrees. So the way we can do this is we know that 3 together, so X plus 110 degrees plus 30 degrees has to equal 180 degrees. That's what the theorem tells us. So if we combine our like terms, so we're going to add the 110 plus the 30 gives us 140 degrees equals 180 degrees. Subtract 140 from both sides, and we'll get X is equal to 40 degrees. Okay? Then we can go back and check that by adding all three of those up. 40 plus 30 is 70, plus the 110 gives me 180. So that's kind of a basic, simple problem using this angle sum theorem. Okay? All right, so let's move on to the next theorem. So the next one is the exterior angle theorem. So for this one, if we take a look at a triangle, okay, we have our interior angles. So we'll call this angle A, angle B, angle C. Well, an exterior angle is an angle that we get if we extend one of the sides straight out. All right, so see if I can line that up a little bit better. So when we extend one of the sides straight out, we get this exterior angle. Okay? And we can do that for each of the sides. It doesn't matter where we're at. If we do that over here at A, we extend this one straight out. It's not exactly straight. That looks a little bit closer, I think. But if we extend this one straight out, we'll get an exterior angle here. All right, so we can get exterior angles at each of the four corners. I'm going to move those out of the way for the time being. So this exterior angle, so let's call this angle X. All right, so that angle X has a specific angle measure. Well, if you recall, if we add this x, this exterior angle, plus this angle b, this inside angle, if you recall, that's a linear pair. So those two have to add up to 180 degrees. Okay? So what the exterior angle theorem tells us is that this x degrees is also equal to the sum of the two remote interior angles. So what are remote interior angles? Well, that's the other two angles inside the triangle. So that would be this angle C and this angle A. Right? So this exterior angle has to equal the sum of angle C plus angle A. Okay? And that's for every size shaped triangle. If there's an exterior angle, we relate that back to what's called the remote interior angles. So these two angles right here are called remote interior angles. Okay? So the exterior angle theorem says that any exterior angle is always equal to the sum of the two remote interior angles. All right? So let's throw some numbers in here and let's look at an example problem for this. I'm going to get another triangle up here for us. And let's get an exterior angle going here. A lot of problems, you'll see these exterior angles are angles just labeled angle 1. Okay? And let's say this is 125 degrees right here, and this is 35 degrees. Okay? So since angle 1 is an exterior angle, using the exterior angle theorem, angle 1 has to equal my two remote interior. Well, this is my adjacent angle, so that means my two remote interior angles are going to be this angle and this angle. So I'm going to add those two together. So angle 1 is equal to 125 plus 35 degrees, and that's going to add up to 160 degrees. Okay? So that's the exterior angle theorem. I'm going to erase that, give you one more example of that. I'll leave that as angle 1. And for this one, actually what I'm going to do is change this to, I want to call this one 140 degrees. And I want to solve for x and y. If I know this other angle over here is 38 degrees. Okay? So how do I do this? So I can choose one of them first. I'm going to work with x first. So I know that x and my 140 degrees is a linear pair. So I know that 140 degrees plus x degrees has to equal 180 degrees. So I can simply subtract the 140 from both sides, and I get x is equal to 40 degrees. Okay? Once I get the x to be 40 degrees, now I have a choice. Excuse me. I know that inside my triangle has to be 180 degrees, so I can take 180 minus 40 minus 38, and that will give me y. So y is equal to 140 minus 38. So So y is equal to 102 degrees. Okay, so there's my two solutions. All right, I hope this helps on the Triangle Angle Sum Theorem and the Triangle Exterior Angle Theorem. Leave comments, leave questions if you have questions, and thanks for watching.